Tasneem from the US.
I have a question about my menstrual cycle. I've had very irregular menses, and this has been the most irregular. So I've had it for about 3 weeks now, and this has never happened. So I'm in a lot of confusion. About 3 Fridays ago, I saw some blood, and I thought it was spotting, but later on in the day, it was a lot more. It was excessive for spotting, so I assumed it was my period, and the blood continued for about 6 days. And on the 6th day, it was supposed to stop, and it did stop for a bit, and then there was a flow. Suddenly, there was a flow, and after that flow, there was no other flow, but then the blood continued just like before. And during this time, the blood was thick and dark, but there was also times that it was thin and light. And this bleeding continued for 3 more weeks, and I had just that one flow, that one random flow, and then 2 or 3 days ago, I had another random flow that lasted for 2 days. And then the blood went back to being light, but still like dark and thick. So now I'm not sure when my period should have been considered started. Was it the first day that it started to bleed, or the first time that I felt a flow, or the second time that I felt a flow? And today would be my 16th day, I think. So I don't know when to consider the starting of my period.
Okay, this is too long. If I have only 1 minute and 15 seconds to conclude this segment, but basically speaking, whenever a woman gets the flow of the blood, this is her menses. Rule number 1. Rule number 2, her menses cannot be ended until she sees the sign of purity, whether the white thread-like discharge or the dryness, the total dryness without any colored discharges. Rule number 3 is that her menses cannot continue for a collective of 15 days per month. Even if she has her period, then a moment of purity for a day or 2, then another period, then a moment of purity, and then a third period. The total of these days of menses must not exceed 15 days. Otherwise, after the 15 days, we consider this to be istihada. She takes ghusl, she prays, and cleans herself after the adhan of every single prayer. And she resumes her life normally. Now, in your case, if you saw the flow of the blood, not the spotting, not the light bleeding in the beginning, but the flow of blood, this is when your menses starts. If it was interrupted by a day or less, but resumed again, you should continue considering to be menses, because you did not see a sign of your purity, white thread-like discharge or dryness. Once you finish 15 days, you make your ghusl, fast, pray, and do as I said to you earlier. And have you ever taken a counseling session with me? Go to my website and you will find counseling sessions and apply for one. If you can afford it, that's good for you. If you cannot, you're entitled for one free session. And this is for everybody. If they can affirm by Allah that they cannot afford it because they're poor, I'll give them one free session without a problem, a full half an hour. So come to me and let's speak about it, inshallah, within the following 2 days or 3 days. And bi'idhnillah azza wa jal, I will try and seek Allah's guidance to solve your problem once and for all, bi'idhnillah.